The Kennedy Space Center is definitely one of the most interesting sites I've ever been to in the United States and worldwide. Now we seem to get a new Biden president, and this is what it means for space. For understanding the implication of a Democrat as president and the NASA spending and budgets, I think it's very important to understand what actually happened under the last Democrat, okay? And I feel that it's important to understand this. It's the NASA Authorization Act of 2010, which was done under the patronage of Obama, and actually, it was passed on October 11th of 2010 and authorized funds for NASA for fiscal year 2011 to 2013 and enacted many of his stated space policy goals. A total of $58 billion in funding is called for, spread across 3 years, okay? So space policy of Barack Obama administration was kind of it's increasing over the years, okay? So it's not like, it was just under Republicans. We will go also into the NASA budgets in general, but you will see that it is very, very interesting what happened there into terms of budgets for the overall space industry. And the space policy of Barack Obama, as you can see here, he committed to increase NASA funding by $6 billion over 5 years and completing the design of a new hefty life launch vehicle by 2015 and to begin construction thereafter. He also predicted a US crewed orbital Mars mission by mid of 2030. So he had some kind of vision with his team for NASA, and if I further dive into that, you can see that he actually had a couple of goals, okay? He wanted for sure, have America again on the top of those countries that are pioneering into the space area. Then he also wanted that the NASA and the NASA projects again will sparkle some kind of further enthusiasm for kids, not only to go into space and to work for those space coast companies, but also to think about, okay, how we can engage all of those kids to go into science, because science, in the end of the day, science and physics are so important industries and so important industries that I think that they can really determine if a nation goes, higher and higher, or they are standing where they are because they are not that willing to invest into space industry. We need to remind ourselves that things that are developed into the space industry are used in infrastructure projects, are used in new developments of the countries, to use in cost-saving technologies, to use and to create faster and bigger projects that have ever been done, okay? So it's not about being number one in the world just because of just in front of other nations, but it's more about having this scientific developments that we can see over and over again in those countries that are on the top. And as of now, definitely USA is one of the countries that is on the very top, together with Russia and China. But it's always, and it have always been, a big race between those nations. But let's have a look into those budgets and what they mean for Virgin Galactic. Now, as you can see in this chart, very unfortunately, the budgets of NASA went down quite significantly over the last couple of decades. And you can see the best spending was during the 60s, where there was a huge race between the US and Russia and China, who will be, after the World War II, the #1 space nation out there. And we made it to the moon, right? For all of you out there living in the USA, congratulations. Let me shake your hand. Thank you very much. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell and smash that like button too. So this would be also very appropriate. However, let's have a look. So what I wanted to show you guys is basically real quick the following. Okay, so we have here the calendar year, plus you have the nominal dollars that was there in budgets. Obviously this is in millions, so this is respectively billions of dollars. Okay, so 1989 we started with $11 billion, for example, you know, went further higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher until somewhere 2011, where was the recent peak of the budgets, and then it went down up to 1686 in 2013, and then went up back again to 17, 18, 19 billion dollars, and you know the last couple of years definitely, you know, higher with the Trump administration without a doubt. But as you can see, it always went higher, doesn't matter who was the president. And now coming to the point why you actually went into this video is, I think that it's important what Michael Koglaser is saying. Michael Koglaser said that throughout the history of Virgin Galactic, 15 years of business, they had very good connections with, you know, the people and executives under Republican and also under Democrats. And he said this won't change, okay? So don't take, you know, all of this noise of the market, who will be elected and which will be the better administration for which company. In the end of the day, yes, there is some development, but, you know, a company need to work on each of those administrations, okay? It doesn't matter if it's Republican or Democrats. If a company can work only or better or much better under a certain administration, then, you know, I don't know if I want to be in this company, because this would be a very much, you know, going on a very thin line every 4 years, because every 4 years we can have a different administration in the US. So I don't know about you, but I'm totally agreeing with Michael Koglaser here, what he said in the earnings call, that he said, don't worry, we are good with any administration, okay? And this is actually what I would like to take with you to the conclusion of this video, where we dive in right now. But before we diving into the conclusion, make sure to check out the join button. The join button brings you to all the information that you need to become a member of Wolf of Dubai YouTube channel. And I think this is the best community out there. So check it out. If you don't see the join button, make sure to change the browser, and let's go to the conclusion right now. So the market is going crazy since Monday, okay? And I love to, at some point, you know, conclude also those topics that are asked by you guys out there, okay? And if you have any questions for any further videos, make sure to smash it into the comment section, and I'm reading all the comments. I'm trying to answer all the comments by myself, so all of you getting, you know, a piece of my time. Definitely, I appreciate it so much that you watch these videos, and this is the only thing that I can give back to you. So here we go, plus the content obviously here on the main and the second channel. Now I want to make sure, guys, that you understand that the last thing that I said in the last category, that a pretty good company can work on any circumstances, okay? Trade war, then political tension, then Democrats or Republicans. So a good company, good management will strive through all of that. Secondly, guys, we are so early in the overall governmental budgetary case that you cannot say at least where we are going and into the direction. Maybe NASA will get a little bit less money or a little bit more, we don't know, right? But definitely the issue will be not how much budget NASA will have, okay? This is not like crucial for Virgin Galactic. The first revenue that they are flying is like $500,000. We are talking about like microscopic pieces of the cake. I think that, you know, it's maybe more important for SpaceX than for Virgin Galactic what the NASA budget will be. And even if we will have 22 billion or 18 billion, it will not change much for Virgin Galactic, okay? I feel that Virgin Galactic has a very strong user case here. They can say, you know, we can bring this very up. You don't have to spend $60 million on a rocket, and we can fly some payloads up for just $500,000. And this is just the beginning. What about scientists? What about astronaut training? And so on and so forth. I think there's so much opportunity for Virgin Galactic here that it's absolutely insane to not think that this company will be more worth than $4 billion as it's right now approximately, right? They have like $700 million in the bank as cash. If you deduct this, the market cap of the company is even, you know, 3.3 net value. So, you know, $3 billion for a company that's changing the space industry and have so much opportunity, so much demand for the next years is absolutely fantastic. Okay, and then it doesn't matter who is on top of the White House. It can be Biden, it can be Trump. Virgin Galactic will sustain its growth, it will sustain its path. It takes a little bit of time, but it can be very, very, very interesting the next couple of years.